I want to talk a little bit about younger folks for a second, even younger than me. Earlier in the year, you appeared in an article. What was it? The Virginian pilot discussing Operation Smile, and you
Yes.
were visiting some high schools, right? So, and I believe this personally, that it's so important that we start encouraging children at a young age, to believe in themselves, kindness, teach them, emotional skills and emotional intelligence, that kind of thing. But, in this world of bullying and judgment, and, how do we encourage children? What is your opinion on that? How should we be encouraging children and motivating children at younger ages?
Absolutely. I have two high school kids, and they're handling the same things. I'm seeing it in real time. And even though I speak about it, I'm still learning along the way from them. And they're giving me real time feedback. And I'm like, well, then this. But at the same time, I believe it also requires us as adults, whether they're your kids or you're somebody that's around them, like a teacher, educator, mentor, whatever it is, coach, that they know that you're there for them. And so that's what I try and do with my kids, where it's always being open, where my kids can come to me and say, hey, what would you do if you were being bullied? Or, Dad, I'm having these thoughts in terms of, how do I approach this boy? How do I ask this question? What happens when the boy says this? Or my son, has other questions about navigating stuff in life. And that's really what it's about. Now, I go and speak to schools, and it was like 8,000 kids over 5 days, helping Operation Smile. And that was an amazing week over the course of 5 schools. And some of the schools had 2,000 kids in the gym, and some of the schools had 100 kids in the auditorium. And it's all the same. And they start to realize that it's okay within parameters to go after life, because they see that's what I've done. I also connect with them on their level. I'm using their languaging and having fun with them, and some jokes that they're like, oh my gosh, I can't, but no teacher or adult would ever say a joke like that. But it's a joke that they probably would say on a regular basis. So they all laugh, and they're like, wow, I really like this guy. But what's also interesting is sometimes on social media after the event, I'll get Instagram DMs from kids that are trying to bully me, trying to put me down about what they just saw or experienced or things like that. And I'm like, good luck. That's not, I don't engage. I don't give them the satisfaction. You take away their power, and then eventually they're gone. It's interesting.
Yeah, you actually see a lot of complaints about that on TikTok recently about people calling like older millennials even okay boomer. How that's like the new thing. Like they think everyone's a boomer that's not Gen Z. It's pretty great.
Yeah, and I saw that this whole thing between millennials and then boomers and then Gen Z and Gen Y, and I'm a Gen Xer, and we're just in the middle just eating popcorn. Just eating, going, whoa, what's going on here? This is crazy.
Well, it is. The Gen Xers are going to be the ones that save everyone, because we're the only one that's not involved. That this throwing. But half the time, they actually think we're the boomers. I'm like, no, not even close.
Anybody older than them?
Anyone older than them, yeah. Even some of the millennials they think are boomers. I'm like, this is what is going on here?